everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The biggest challenge for these teams here may be dealing with the weather. Rain is falling, the field is slick, and it's not going to get any better as the game goes on. It'll be messy out there. It's the Bengals going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. They come up in an offset eye. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some room to work. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Dolphins have a first down. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Cook. And his throw is incomplete. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Throwing, Cook. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Hill, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's second down. Dalton looking. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. First try for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Now back to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Two receivers left, one to the right.
Here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Check. All right, here we go. Green, 30. No. Check. Detroit. Go. Over.
They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Dalton throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Third down from the gun. Dalton steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56.
Throwing, Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Leopard! All right, now look at 56. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Cook. Eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Good!
They'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their big tight end, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So second and goal there from the one. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Now look at 56! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. James has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's first down, Miami.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to roam now. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last week?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. Fresh set of downs here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Dalton bootlegs out. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And now a first down following that long gain. Dalton, first and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So here we go, first and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Zebra. Zebra. Zebra.
Eifert, the man in motion.
Zebra. 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 Zebra.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5. Third down from the gun, Dalton. Being chased out left. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
We have so many different terms for third down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick here is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. they'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Cook going deep here for Parker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Throwing, Cook. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So he missed his first two, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Twist. Go.
play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Time running out here on the play clock. They will run again with Coleman. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Coleman on the toss. Give him 7 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, maybe you think about the field goal there. But on 4th and 1, this is a way to tell your offense, hey, I believe in you. You can do this. And sure enough, they're going to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And over the middle, this is Parker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go. Detroit! Leopard! Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first, and that'll be incomplete. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come up in an offset eye.
Detroit!
Now Cook. Buying time to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will...
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Well, I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. They come out. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Dalton throwing on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. So Dalton now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Third down from the gun. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right? Man,
that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Throwing, Cook. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins. 32 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Over. Back there, that's Philly. Here we go. Set. Back there. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cook looking to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Passing again, Dalton Unsick. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And that is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon, that soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
They come out here in the eye. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they try the right side here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And able to... Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
1st and goal here from the 9. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Second and goal to go now. Hill to try again. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big...